Trout can be one of the easiest species of fish to catch. In this video, I'm going to share my secrets and tips on how I almost always consistently get my limit when I go trout fishing. So I'm hoping this video can help you to catch more trout than ever before. The first tip, and one reason that you're not catching trout, is time of day. I recommend early in the morning and late in the evening. So we got here first thing in the morning, and as you can see, it's only been light for 15-20 minutes, and I always feel that the best trout fishing is early in the morning. So if you want to be dedicated, I've caught trout in the middle of the day and done well, but I honestly feel that the best trout fishing, when I catch the most of them in the shortest amount of time, is during low light situations, and I prefer early in the morning. So I'd recommend getting out early. Another tip is baits. I like to use various baits because some days, for some reason, even though corn is a wonderful bait, some days they just don't want corn. So I've also got salmon eggs, and I've got some power bait here, and I like to put 3 different baits out on 3 different rods. Sometimes we'll have 5 or 6 baits out, and when we start catching them on the salmon eggs or the power bait, then we start putting that on all of our poles. So I definitely recommend having a variety of baits because you never know what they're going to be biting on that day. Tip number 1, use the right size of hook. I'm using a little tiny Gatamatsu here. Trout aren't like bass or crappie, and they've got a pretty small mouth, and so a giant hook just doesn't work for them. And trout have some of the best eyesight of any fish species in fresh water, so a giant hook is one reason that you're possibly not catching very many trout. Tip number 2 is use light line. I've got 4-pound fluorocarbon on here, and I like Berkley Vanish. It's just a preference. You don't have to use Berkley. It's just my favorite. But again, trout have phenomenal eyesight, and they will spot that big 10, 12, 15-pound line. And so I definitely recommend, and you can use monofilament. I think the size of the line for the strength that you get, fluorocarbon is going to be smaller, and so I like the small 4-pound fluorocarbon is what I recommend, and I think no bigger than 6, but I think the majority of trout fishermen are using 4-pound test. I'm not sure what you use. Leave down in the comments, fishermen, what you guys are using, but 4-pound works best for me. Tip number 3, we're going to use a 3-way rig. So I've got, I think, 20-pound braid on this pole. I've got my little egg sinker and then a swivel, and I've added my 4-pound leader of fluorocarbon on here. So I added the light line with my little 3-way rig. Tip number 4, use prepared baits. Corn is all right. I definitely use it, but I like these power baits. I've got a couple different brands of salmon eggs here, but definitely the prepared baits work great for trout, and I definitely recommend prepared baits. And my final tip, tip number 5, so I like a light action rod and an ultralight spinning reel. So we've got one here. This is rigged up a little bit different. I've got a little pinch sinker on my 4-pound test. I don't have any braid on here, and we're just gonna use straight 4-pound, and I'm gonna just fish right off the edge of the dock. So I'm gonna fish around the dock, then I'm gonna cast out with my 3-way rig system and fish out in the deeper water. And that's one thing I'm going to recommend too, is if you don't have a bite within 10 minutes, maybe set a timer and keep moving your baits, because if there's a trout in the area, they're usually going to eat. They have a wonderful appetite, and that's what makes them a very fun species to target, because they eat so much stuff. But if somebody's heavily fished with salmon eggs the day before, or the orange power bait that you have, they may not be eating those baits, and that's why it's a good idea to carry a variety of baits and then make sure you move them around. A lot of times I have a trout within a few moments of me casting out my baits, and then if it sits there for 20 or 30 minutes, I can catch a trout, but a lot of times right after I cast, they've got great eyesight, they see that color, they see my corn sinking, and they come right over and they gobble it up. We're gonna get to fishing. Hopefully we catch our limit today. Good luck to you guys. I hope these tips help you out. I hope you catch a lot more trout, and we're gonna get after it. Do I got a fish already? I do, as soon as I dropped it in. See that? Yeah, as soon as I dropped it in. He's a small one, but it's a trout. First trout of the day. As soon as I dropped it in, he hit it. Just like I said, if you move it around, I moved it and moved it down on this side of the dock, and as soon as it hit the water, boom, instant fish. Here we go. Hopefully get a giant stringer pull by the end of the day. Hopefully. Oh, come on, fishy. I saw yours just... Try. Oh, did you get him? Oh, yeah, when I saw it bend, I thought, try to pull him up here. Look at that. Kyle, did your line just pop out of his mouth? Don't let him splash in the water.
Oh, my line just snapped it.
There we go. Look at that. Kyle got a good trout. Pretty nice looking trout. Way better than the one that I just caught, so I'm excited about it.
We've been here for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we got 2 trout already, so. Got him. Come on, fishy. Oh, he flopped off, man. Oh, I lost him. I should have brought a net, and I would have probably had that fish, but oh well. We'll still get our limit, I think. Did you get him? All right, try to pull him right through the little slot. Okay, yeah, that works too. I was gonna say, I lost mine because I didn't pull him through the divide, you know? Awesome, you can put that one back in the water. Check that out. Good looking rainbow trout. Not a real big one, but that's what they stock in around here, you know? This size to, they're about twice this big. And they do put some, I think some trophies in here. So there are a handful of really nice trout. Never caught one, but maybe today's the day. Oh. I think he's on there, man. Reel it up. Oh, you got him?
Yeah. There you go.
Pull him up to the crack. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. All right, look at that. We got another trout.
It's pretty. Come on.
Get up here. All right.
That's actually not a small one. Well, it is.
All right, I got another fish. Let's put him on here with his buddies. All right, we're just 2 fish away from our limit. It's getting really windy out here, so we might leave. We're gonna give it another 30 minutes, but I mean, not too bad. We've been fishing a little less than 2 hours, and we've got 6 fish already. I had 1 splash in, and I missed a couple of bites, so if things would have went a little bit more perfect, we'd already have our limit. I always like to get my limit, but it's just, we've got 15-mile-an-hour winds with 30-mile-an-hour gust, and it's just, even at 50 degrees, those big wind gusts are just making it. I didn't quite dress for it being this cold, but we're having some good times. We're gonna see if we can get 1 or 2 more. Oh, I got him.
Oh, that's big, dude.
Get up here. All right. I got him. Come on, calm down, bro. Man, these are some fighting fish, man. These trout, they just, they're feisty. Come out, 1 more fish to go, and we're all limited out. Look at that beauty. What a nice, colorful looking trout. They're catching on. They're like, Frank ate the corn, he disappeared. Shirley ate the corn, she disappeared. Frank ate the corn, he's gone. Don't touch the corn.
No corn.
Stay with the corn. Don't be getting on that corn. Did you get one? Don't lose him, don't lose him. Pull him right through here. Pull him right through here.
The king's too big. I can't even pull him.
Yeah, you can. We'll get him up here. All right. Was that exciting catching him on a rooster tail?
It was right at the dock too, like we were talking about.
Look at that.
That's my first trout on a jig.
How fun was that?
It was great, you're right. It was fun. Well, I know. You can't get a better hook set than that with a treble hook, can you?
Look at that one. Kyle caught his first trout on a rooster tail. The fishing kind of slowed down a little bit, so we threw a rooster tail on just to kind of keep us entertained. And look at that. What a beauty.
Yay.
Check it out. Look at our nice mess of trout, guys. It's just that easy.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
Yeah, so.
That's a limit. That's all limit.
That's all, folks. All right, guys, we're all done fishing. We got our limit, had a whole lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope these tips help you to catch more trout than ever before. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already to see more of my content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.